Let's grab our foam roller. We're going to come to lie supine. Knees bent, feet on the floor, brace your abs, elevate the pelvis, sliding the foam roller under your tailbone. Hugging your not as tight or not as strong shin into the chest with one hand, other hand stays on the floor for stability. Slide your dominant or stronger leg out, long on the floor with the heel remaining down. Do not lift the leg up in the air. Point the toes, squeeze the front of the thigh without locking out in the kneecap. Hold it here. We're stretching out the posturally tight hip flexors. Imprint your back body into the floor. Lift your chin. Keep your low belly firm. Let's breathe together. With your belly in towards the spine, breathing into the side body and back. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Lift up on the muscles that stop your stream of peace. Sustain that lift for the duration of your exhale. Fog of mirror. Again, inhale laterally with the belly already pulled in. Tug up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Darth Vader sound. The important part is when you lift up on your pelvic floor muscles, you hold that lift for the entire time you exhale. And the exhale sounds like ocean breath, Darth Vader, or fogging a mirror. Okay? One more breath here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Switching sides, setting up on the second side. Once you're set up, make sure that that heel of the extended leg is on the ground. You're not locking out in the knee. You're squeezing the front of the thigh. It's almost completely straight. You're feeling a stretch in your groin area, hip flexor, quadricep, and you're breathing. Let's breathe together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Belly's in. You lift up on the pelvic floor, sustain it, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. We're contracting the TVA, the deepest layer of the core, which helps with posture when you're cantering and jumping. Very important. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Contract and exhale. And that contract, all it is the belly in and the active lift of the pelvic floor. Those two actions equal the contraction of the transverse abdominis. Give me one more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. From here, we'll brace our abs, lift our pelvis up, slide the roller down below the knees so your legs are draped over it. Hands on the ground, tuck your pelvis under like a scared puppy, flattening the low back into the floor. Lifting one leg up, holding it up for 2 breaths, keeping your puppy dog tuck and your hips, the bony protrusion of the hips, square to the ceiling like headlights. Hold it here. Point the toes of the lifted leg. Don't lock out in the knee. Inhale, brace the abs, and exhale. Inhale and lower it down slowly. 2 breath hold at the top. Alternate sides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lengthen. Keep it up. Exhale, lower. Again, alternating sides. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Stay. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Lower. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep flattening that low back into the floor and don't twist the hips. Keep them even. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Lower. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Alternating sides. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Puppy dog tug. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Press the back body into the floor. Lower that leg down. So mid back, upper back imprinting. Head lifted, chin lifted. You count the breath now. I'm going to give you some checkpoints to think about. So when you lift the leg, try to point the toes as hard as you can. Don't lock out in your knee, but make the focus the leg hovering just an inch. Don't go for height because that actually makes it easier. The higher that leg is, the less work the lower abs do. So if it hovers just an inch from the roller, you're really having to fight hard with your lower abdominals, which is what we're working to condition here. The stronger your pelvic floor is, the more control you're going to have on the horse. So this is a very important exercise to do correctly. And if the TVA breathing, the transverse abdominis breathing is confusing, then take level 1's TVA versus belly breathing 10-minute class just to reinforce how to breathe properly. From here, we're going to make our way up to sit on the ball with our blue Theraband in serve the platter arms. You hold the end of the blue Theraband, you throw it around the center of the back, you wrap around the knuckles with the thumbs on the outside. Looks like this. The point of the band here is not to work the front of the shoulders or back of the shoulders, but to engage your upper back extensors. And how can we do that? We think about the back ribs and the shoulder blades pushing into this Theraband at all times. This will help. Sit with your legs together, parallel, on the top of the sits bones. Inhale, prepare. Brace your abs. Push your shoulder blades and back ribs into the blue band as you twist from your rib cage, not from your pelvis. Keep your lower body still. Pulsing, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center. Feel your pelvis ground down towards the floor. Exhale, twist and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center. Brace the abs. Exhale, twist. 2, 3, 4. Notice the head goes with me. It's not about how far you twist. It's about activating the TVA, the transverse abdominis, by pulling the belly in at all times and actively lifting up internally and sustaining that lift of the lower pelvic floor. Keep going. Have you lost the thought of the back ribs and the shoulder blades pushing into the blue Theraband? Don't lose that. Is your neck straining? If so, make sure your gaze is higher than eye level. Continue on. Keep alternating sides. This is a really great one for finding the lower pelvic floor. We've already activated it with our floor work we just did for the abs. So those abs are going to be burning tomorrow if you're working efficiently, if you're understanding the TVA breathing and putting it into practice. Remember, it's a great class, the 10-minute TVA versus belly breathing, to help you understand. I would advise taking it if there's any confusion. One more breath here. From here, set the blue Theraband to the side. Place the purple loop band around your outer thighs. With the purple loop band around your outer thighs, we're going to do some walkouts. We'll do them with pelvic flexion. Watch first. Hands can go on the hips, behind the head, or hold on to the side of the ball. I'm going to keep my hands on my hips, feet hip distance apart, and make sure the legs are hip distance apart rather, and the feet are parallel. I brace my abs. I exhale. My inner thighs pull down as I walk out to where my back and head are supported by the ball. I inhale, prepare to walk back up, and I keep the puppy dog tuck. I keep the internal lift of the pelvic floor, and I feel as if someone has my pelvis and they're pulling it down to the floor. This helps kind of stabilize me as I'm wobbling on this stability ball so that I don't go from side to side coming up. All right. If you feel any knee discomfort as you walk in and out, it could be that you're kind of sitting into it or sitting into one side. If you can keep the belly in, that's going to change everything. So don't push your belly out, pull it in, and actively lift up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. We're working for that lower pelvic floor stability. So keep going with that. We've got to build up these abs. So as you're working, use the breath. Exhale to go down, inhale to come up. So try to lengthen those exhales and inhales. So maybe like a 6 count or a 5 count. Don't go too quick, because then that's when you can really lose your balance, and then you start to use momentum versus strength. So I want you to move with awareness. Where's the energy? So there's this internal lift as you lower down. So there's this opposition happening. Your inner thighs are pulling down, but your lower pelvic floor is lifting in and up. So if you can feel these oppositional energy lines, it can help stabilize you and give you a lot more strength. Where's your belly? Where's your focus of your eyes? This is important for the neck safety. So eyes should always be looking a little higher than eye level, no matter if there's movement or you're turning, twisting, anything. They need to be a little higher than eye level. This keeps the neck flexors, which are weak, the front of the neck, involved, so that we don't overuse or strain the back of the neck where we're already tight. Okay, finish up the one you're on. Keep the purple loop band on, and we're going to come into a forearm plank with our forearms on the ball. Now, a couple of options. Level 1, we did this plank on our knees with our toes pointed, knees hip distance apart. If you have knee or back issues, patting the knees by rolling up the mat as much as you need to. Or your knees can be together if you have no knee or back issues. Another option is to tuck the toes under and to come into the forearm plank. Go where you feel like you can maintain good form. Remember, there's a diagonal from either the knees or the heels out through the crown of the head. The pelvis should not be higher than the upper back. The booty's down. The low belly is always in towards the spine. You're actively lifting up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. And remember that blue Theraband that was just behind our back. Puff the shoulder blades and your back ribs towards it still. Finding those upper back extensors to help support and take some of the weight off the front of the shoulders and chest. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Wherever you are, breathe and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Slowly coming down, draping the body over the ball. Hold it here, just relaxing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Great job.